Alright, now the pine cone. This one is pretty cool. Now I've gone ahead and glued my stem pieces all together. They look like little wooden spoons. As you can see, the one that we're going to make now is a little bit smaller than my pre-made pine cone. So I'll just glue the final piece of the stem together here. And it makes a nice sturdy center for the pine cone. Now I've gone ahead and folded all these in half, and I'll show you how I did that with this final one. I'll just take my scoring tool and I'm going to put that right in the center so I can have a nice clean line to fold it right down the center. Or I could just do my best to fold it down the center. That would be fine too, because that part's going to be hidden anyway. So now I will just fold it in half and then take my bone folder and make a nice clean crease. And I'm not even going to put any glue inside there because it's going to stay just fine. So we've got 4 small and 4 large, and it's going to be arranged the 2 small on top, 2 small on bottom, and the 4 large in the middle. So it forms kind of a nice like oval shape overall. So with one of the small ones on top, I'm just going to put a line of glue down the bottom and dots on the bottom part of the little seed pod parts. And I'm just going to start kind of the same method that we've been doing, except it won't be angled. I'm just going to wrap it around on top of itself, all the way around. So just like we've been doing, just make it nice and as clean and tight as possible. But of course nothing's ever perfect, and I'm getting glue all over the place, and it's okay though because it's going to be hidden and it dries pretty clear, so it's fine. So that's that. And just make sure it's nice and secure, and just do the next one, and you're just going to go all the way down. And I'll just put that right underneath the other one that you already have, because you want to make sure you can fit them all on there. So keep it right up underneath and just wrap it around as best you can, and make sure it's nice and secure, like so. So just keep going all the way down with your other pieces, and when you get to being done with that part, then you're just going to curve each little seed part out like that. You can use the stylus, or actually I'm just going to bend it with my fingers instead, but you're also going to crease the edge of it, just bend the edge of it like so. Now this probably takes about 5 or 10 minutes to do it to the whole pine cone, but it's worth it, it's fun. It's kind of therapeutic. So just go all the way around and bend them out and crease them. And when you're all done, you can do the snow technique on the edges and just paint a little bit of white craft paint on the edges. And I wasn't even very precise when I did this one. I just went over it with a paintbrush on each little seed part. So now for the final 2 flowers, we've got 2 different kinds of poinsettias, and they look nice together just because they're not exactly the same. One of them is a little more compact, and the other one is more like spindly with some longer leaves sticking out. So now this is the compact one, and both types of poinsettias go together the same way, so I'm just going to show you one. So for this, I'm just going to fold in half all of the petals and the leaves. Just fold them right in half. And you can be a little more precise and maybe careful than I'm being here. I just want to show you how it's done. So fold them in half. And I'm doing like a gentle fold. I don't need to crease it real hard, just a nice gentle fold where you can see the line but it's not too harsh. So I'm going to do that to all the layers. And you can tell which are the largest, and they go on the bottom, and just offset them nicely. Just using your best judgment, however it looks nice to you. And just continue bending all of them in half and layer them. And I would put a pop dot between some of those layers. And even if you can see the pop dot, it's okay because you're going to cover it up at the end with the center part. So just keep folding them in half and layering them, using a pop dot whenever you want. And now for the center part, you can see that the finished one here. To make the center part, I'm just going to take my center base and either glue or pop dot that right in the center. And then for these little tiny ones, you could just glue them on, but I'm going to give them some more dimension by taking my stylus and doing the cup technique on them. And it's a little tricky gluing that on. If you have a little tweezer tool, that would come in handy right now. And it's hard to do this with my fingers all sticky and gluey, but I just glue that on there. And you can see it gives it more dimension since I cupped it. So I would just do that to all of them. Glue them on and you're all set.